And today we're gonna make some pretty bomb crab cakes. They're full of acidity, they have a nice sauce on top of them, there's pretty good rice, and we have some nice veg, so this is what we're making today. Welcome everybody back to Truckin' Chef. My name is Nicholas Perez. I'm here at Javits in Portland, Oregon, and it's a pretty sweet truck stop. Just check it out if you haven't seen it yet. On my salmon dish, I got a comment saying we should make some crab cakes. So we're gonna go ahead and make some crab cakes, and I'm gonna show you how to make a little differently, so let's check it out. Alright, so this episode's gonna be a little different. We're gonna add some more stuff to it. So for our crab cakes, we're gonna have panko, we're gonna have lemon pepper, dill, lime juice, or lemon juice, cayenne pepper, red wine vinegar. And then over here we got some eggs to go inside of it. Also, we got some peppers and onions to go inside this crab cake. On top of the crab cake, we're gonna make a mayo Dijon sauce out of it. And for our rice, we're gonna go ahead and add chicken base and turmeric as well. Once again, we would like to have this crab, but we can't afford it, and that crab is the best crab. But I mean, we're truckers, we're broke, so we're gonna get some imitation crab. That'd be the best bet we got for right now. So we're gonna mix all that together, and I'll show you how to do that right now. But first, we're gonna start with the rice. Get the rice going first to taste the longest. Also with the rice too, there's so many different types of rice. There's like white rice, there's brown rice, there's jasmine rice, there's wild rice, there's parboiled rice. There's just so many types of rice. We're truckers, we don't have time, so we're gonna go ahead and use minute rice, which is equivalent to white rice, but not as potent. And each rice has a different time to cook. Like if you think like wild rice, it takes forever to cook. Brown rice takes forever to cook. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and use minute rice. It's quick, it's easy, and it'll give us the flavor and what we need to make these crab cakes bomb. Alright, so what I did, that minute rice, it just says 3 cups water, 3 cups rice. And it's kind of cool because you got this coffee cup that says 16 ounces. So that means half of that's a cup of water. I just filled it up halfway 3 times, put it in the pot. Here's the cool part. So inside the water, you're gonna take 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Put it inside the water. And then you're gonna take a chicken bouillon cube, throw it in your water. Make that 2 bouillon cubes. And you're gonna take 6 packets of sugar. Put it inside your water. Alright, so that chicken bouillon, that will add the salt that you need for your rice. The turmeric will turn the rice from white to yellow. And the sugar, I just like sugar inside my my rice. It kind of keeps it real, keeps it cool. And then we're going to go ahead and measure 3 cups of this inside there and put it inside the water. Now you gotta remember though, before you put the rice inside the water, you want that chicken bouillon to disintegrate, you want that sugar to disintegrate, you want the turmeric to disintegrate. You pretty much want to bring it to a boil. Once you bring it to a boil, then go ahead and dump the rice in there, and then just cover it. Walk away. Alright, the water came to a boil. I went ahead and added the rice to it. Now I'm just going to bring it down to a simmer, turn it down, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it. We'll probably go ahead and let that sit there for maybe like 8-9 minutes, maybe 10. We'll just see how it goes. But like I said, I just turned the heat way down, so it's not going to overcook. Now on the crab cakes, I'm going to chop up the peppers, I'm going to chop up the onions, throw it all in a couple bowls, mix it all up. We're going to taste it and make sure it's good. If you take the pepper and cut the sides off, all the 4 sides, it makes it so much easier because then you have all your peppers you need. You can cut off the end of it right here. And then all the seeds right there at the end, so there's like no mess. So try cutting like all 4 sides off the pepper. It makes it so much easier. Now on the onion. And of course, we're not gonna use all that onion. We'll probably just use maybe like 1/4 of this onion and maybe like just 2 sides of pepper. All this way here will be extra. We'll go ahead and put that in a bag, set it aside, maybe use it for something else. All right, so the onions are chopped, the peppers are chopped. You wanna make sure you cut them pretty small. You don't want big old chunks in your crab cake. Well, if you want big chunks of your crab cake, go for it, but I like mine pretty small. And then I got a pound of imitation crab, aka surimi. So we're gonna go ahead and take this, probably use maybe same thing, maybe about 1/4 of it. Just like, and I'll go ahead and save this for the rest because we still have to add all that stuff to it too. Okay, so what I did is I took, like I said, 1/4 of that surimi. I shredded up really good in here, and the other here, and I took half the peppers and onions, split it up because these are the biggest bowls I have, and it's what I got. And I go ahead and just turned off the rice. I turned this off, let it sit there. As soon as all the water was evaporated, almost out all of it, I just shut it off. and just let it sit. Don't touch it, let it do its thing and whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and I'll show you how to make the crab cakes. Remember our handy dandy cup? It's a half a cup, or actually 2 cups, but actually half it's 1 cup. So we'll go ahead and put 1 cup of panko in each one of these. Just dump it in there and go ahead and fill up the other one. You can eyeball it, it's alright. And also this breadcrumb is Italian breadcrumb, Italian style breadcrumb. The reason why I like Italian style breadcrumb is it has more flavor in it already. So pretty much when you're adding breadcrumb to peppers and onions and crab, it already adds flavor to it. So each one of these things right here, we're gonna go add an egg to each one. Alright, I moved it over here so it can look a little better. Okay, so we got our 1 egg in both of these. So far, we got like 1/4 of a pepper, 1/4 of an onion divided in both. And then we got probably, I'd say 2 ounces of crab meat in each one. And then a cup of panko, another cup of panko, and then an egg and egg. Alright, time to add everything else. Alright, so what I added to that, I added a 1/4 teaspoon of red wine vinegar to each one. I added a tablespoon of lemon juice to each one. A 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper to each one. I added a 1/2 teaspoon of dill to each one. 1/4 teaspoon of lemon pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now we're just gonna go ahead and mix all this stuff up and see what happens. It looks like I might need to add another egg, so we'll just check it out. Alright, got it all mixed up. I gave it a taste and I think it needs some more lemon juice. So we're gonna go ahead and add another tablespoon of lemon juice, so that's total 2 tablespoons lemon juice. Alright, I just tasted it. It tasted pretty freaking good. You got a nice sourness from that lemon juice. The cayenne pepper gives it a nice little kick. It's pretty good. So now all I gotta do is form it up. Check it out. There it is. I made about 5 crab cakes. They're pretty good sized crab cakes. I'd say they're anywhere between 3 to 4 ounce crab cakes. Probably more so it's a 3 ounce. So our crab cakes are ready. Our rice is ready. So all we gotta do is make some veg up there and then just put it all. And I'm also gonna remind you too, crab cakes, you can make it whatever you want. This is just a basic crab cake, just, you know, basic. You can make like a barbecue crab cake, you can make a Cajun crab cake, you can make whatever crab cake you want. You can just make a lemon crab cake. That's it, just straight lemon and crab. And also too, crab cakes, they don't have to be served like this. You know the best way to have a crab cake? The best way to have a crab cake is on egg benedicts. A nice toasted English muffin, a nice cooked crab cake, topped with a Chiron sauce, not a hollandaise sauce. A Chiron sauce is a hollandaise sauce with a little bit of tomato product added to it. So instead of yellow, it's like red. So you got your muffin, your crab cake, your Chiron sauce, then top it off with a nice poached egg. That's the best way to eat a crab cake. But I'm going to show you how to make this appetizer in a meal. So let's check it out. All right, I'm kind of corny, but I put the rice on the back burner. yeah, I know it's kind of stupid. But anyways, I got some oil inside the pan right there. It's all on. I got my crab cakes. I'm going to go ahead and just drop them in there. We want to cook them so they're nice and golden brown. And with that nice yellow rice, with the vegetable, with those nice things, it should turn out pretty good. You want to make sure you add enough oil in it because you want to get it nice and toasted. And like the previous episode, we don't want to overload the pan, so we'll just do those 3, and then we'll cook the last 2. I just flipped them and look at that. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. You want to cook them, I'd say, for about 2-3 minutes on each side. Try not to make them too thick. If you make them too thick, it's still going to be cold on the inside, and the egg's not going to cook fully. So once these come out, I'll do the same with that. We'll put them together, and we'll make some food. Well, while we wait for the crab cakes to get cooked all the way, we're going to go ahead and make the sauce for it. So it's just pretty much mayo, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, maybe a little bit of sauce. I'll show you. So it's pretty much like equal parts mayo, Dijon mustard, and then I put a whole tablespoon of lemon juice, and we're gonna mix it up. All right, our crab cakes are good to go. Like I said, in the meantime, we made some sauce. We got our rice on the back burner, and guess what? Walmart frozen veg. Woo! Man, I really hate frozen veg, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyways, I put the veg inside here. That pan's pretty hot. That frozen veg, oh my god, it's gross. It has a lot of ice crystals in it, so once it like thaws out, all the ice crystals actually gonna turn into steam. But we actually make this, you know, frozen veg taste pretty good. So all we gotta do is add salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and maybe a little granulated garlic, and that's about it. Let me give you a quick hint. Okay, so whatever you're making, doesn't matter what it is. It could be potatoes, it could be catfish. It doesn't matter what you're making. Okay, so when you're making food, if you add salt and acid could be lemon juice, it could be red wine vinegar, it could be wine. Salt can be, you know, of course, salt. Granulated onion, granulated garlic, something with salty content. It doesn't matter what you make. If you add a good balance of salt and acid, both salt and acid, your food will be phenomenal no matter what you make. And it doesn't matter at all. Like, it really doesn't matter. The science has food by the balls, and as long as it's had salt and acid in a good balance, it doesn't matter. Even the worst cook can make awesome food. All right, I think we're ready. We got our rice, we got our veg, we got our crab cakes, and sauce. And this is how you make crab cakes, not an appetizer. Now it's time to plate. Rice down first like this. Put your veg down like that, and I swear, I promise guys, I will never do frozen veg again. Just personally, I don't like the way it looks. It's not as vibrant. I mean, it tastes good, but next time, and I promise, we'll do fresh veg. And last but least, we'll put the 3 crab cakes on. Now some sauce, and we'll call it good. And there you go. There are your crab cakes on the back of a truck. If you look at it, it kind of got this good color. You know, the rice turned yellow. It would be nice if we have fresh veg, but you know, it is what it is. And we got our nice 3 crab cakes with our Dijon mayo with sauce. All right, well, there you go. There were some crab cakes in the back of the truck. So I thought it turned out pretty good. If you go ahead and make it on the back of your truck, it'll turn out pretty good. And it's really good. Actually, it's really good. It's very delicious. But anyways, coming from Jivets in Portland, Oregon, this is your trucking chef, Nick Perez. Like I said, go ahead and like, comment, share this, subscribe to this, and let me know what you want to cook. Coming up next, we're going to have steak. And then after that, my buddy says he wanted me to do a challenge. So he says he wants to make tortellini. So we'll go ahead and make some pasta, make some sauce. So I'll show you how to make some like Italian tortellini dishes. That's pretty cool. But like I said, whatever you want, just let me know. And I'll show you how to make it on the back of the truck. All right, everybody. Peace out. Later.